Hello, no one can hear me. Hold on.
What a phenomenal start.
Oh, God. And no one can hear you, Mike.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Don't.
Oh.
See, the great part is I can cut this part out of the VOD unless we think it's funny enough.
Oh, but this is a great example of why of the downsides of live productions. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Content Brain, the content creation podcast made for content creators by content creators. My name's VGRKev, and today I'm joined by my lovely friend.
Hi, I'm Ember. He'll probably call me Mike at some point. I don't give a shit, but I'm Ember Reviews. And so we came up with the... I guess we should probably say where the phrase Content Brain came from, and then...
Oh, yes.
So, if you were tuning into the stream just before this, then you would know that we're doing a lasso run on the first Halo game, which is Legendary All Skulls on the hardest difficulty in the game. When we initially proposed to do this, we were asking our group of friends, who wants to do this? And I was like, I want to do this. Kev's like, I want to do this. And everyone else was like, why the fuck would you want to do this? And immediately both of our thoughts was, well, it's content.
It's good content, guys.
Yeah, they're like, but it's not fun. And we're like, well, no, but it's content.
That's not the point.
Yeah, and so that's when me and Kevin realized that we have content brain. It's that drive to create content in spite of the massive difficulties that are going to lay in your way.
Yes, and so that's kind of what we're doing. We've been talking about doing this for a while now, and then we decided we're going to play Lasso today, and then afterwards Mike was just kind of like, you just want to film episode 1 right afterwards? Okay.
Yeah. Although based on the last hour of that gameplay, it might not have been the best idea. But
I'm pretty drained right now.
Yeah, that was so what? Perfect example of content brain. We played 3 hours of Truth and Reconciliation, the 3rd level in it, and we got maybe 40% through the level.
We got farther than we ever have before, though.
Yeah, the farthest that we ever got in it. So next time we do it, maybe we'll get to 50%.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky. So yeah, that's what Content Brain is. As for what this podcast is, it's basically honestly, I'm just gonna let the podcast take whatever course it wants to go in, but we do have a lot of ideas just about content creation that we want to do. Got a couple ideas in the bag for it, but for this episode, we're just gonna start off with who we is. Kev, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Kevin. I go by the username VGRKev on pretty much everything. And most people ask me immediately, what is VGR? And so VGR is an acronym for the very first gaming channel we as a group of friends tried to make. This is back in college. It was called Video Game Royals.
I guess the Content Brain even started back then when we tried to be Achievement Hunter for a brief period.
Yes, it was very obvious that we were pretty much copying Achievement Hunter. We were doing everything they were doing. We had a Tower of Pimps and everything. And even today, we still do a lot of things they do. And just because I just, in Minecraft, we do a lot of mini games and stuff like that. But yeah, so VGR came from Video Game Royals. The channel lasted probably all but a month. I think we posted 4 or 5 videos. Christine and I had a couple Minecrafts. We had Amnesia. I remember you had your drunk Pokemon Red playthrough.
Only one of them was drunk. Only one of them was drunk. That was the Anal Fissures one.
Yes, yes. Long story short, I just fell in love with the username VGRKev, so I just kind of been rolling with it ever since. But yeah, I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. This is my channel. Hello. If you're watching this on YouTube later, twitch.tv/VGRKev. I stream most weeknights from... You can find me live anytime, really, between 8 p.m. Central Time to 11 to midnight Central Time. And sometimes on the weekends, like today. Yeah, that's kind of who I am. I play a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. As for me, I am known as Ember Reviews. The guess my name for that actually came from back when I was on Facebook running the community page.
Yeah. Tell them about.
We're not going to use that. I don't want the actual name of that page to be used anymore. It's so cringe now. It's just that we're burying the shit out of that.
I was about to say it too. So
yeah, no.
Okay, good to know.
I probably unpublished it, so probably can't even be found anyway. But
oh, did you really?
Yeah, like I didn't delete it. I just unpublished it so people can't like
find it.
Yeah. Like, I still have, like, my actual Ember Reviews Facebook page where my actual old anime reviews are, which is probably just as cringy, because they're probably horribly written. But anyway, I am Ember Reviews. I am a YouTuber, more specifically an anime YouTuber. I focus on anime reviews and analysis. Actually started just doing, like, text reviews on Facebook, like, Facebook notes, really. And then eventually I got brought on by a small startup website called Digital Fox Media. They're not really around anymore, I don't think, or at least they don't do what we were doing at the start. But at the same time as that, I was starting to dabble into YouTube and stuff and just starting doing anime reviews and such. And I'm actually on the second run of my channel at this point. We'll go deeper into that on a different episode that I have planned for this, but I've been doing anime YouTube for like 4 years now. Not quite as active as I used to be, but that's mostly because actually now a lot of my content gets uploaded to the Anime News Network YouTube page. I do a video for them once a month. I really want to get back into doing stuff for my own channel, but I just have to find more time for it. But yeah, that's who I am. You can find me on YouTube at Ember Reviews, and on Twitter, my handle is at Ember_reviews.
Yeah. So how did you decide you wanted to start making videos and stuff?
Man, so I grew up on basically what's like the first guard of anime YouTube, like back when it was just reviews and that's all people did. People like Arcada of Glass Reflection, like Giguk, God, who else was there? Like Baka Shift and Holden Reviews and all of them. Old names that probably a bunch of people who are seeing this have no clue who the fuck that is. But I mean, Arcada and Giguk are still around, but a lot of them are just off doing other things now. Like I think Holden actually works for Viz Media now, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I started watching their reviews. I was like, this is really cool, because like I started watching it as like a way to get exposed to new anime. But eventually I got to the point where I'm like, I just want to do my reviews because I have opinions on anime. It's like, I just don't. God, that's always how it starts. It's like, I have things that I want to say to the entire world.
Maybe someone will want to listen.
Yeah, surely everyone wants to hear from the 1,000th person talking about Sword Art Online. But yeah, so I got actually my first video was actually like a really awful top 5 horror anime video, but yeah, not good. My first like actual review, I guess, was of Ruby, I think. And really what spurred me into like trying to do it as like a full-time thing was YouTuber named Trixie. Not gonna dead name her, but if you know who it is, you know who it is. In anime YouTube, was a very big and very controversial name in anime YouTube, but she was probably my biggest inspiration because she was pretty much the one who's I would credit with starting the analysis wave on YouTube, where we shift from reviews being the main focus to analysis, like deep dive stuff being the main focus. And that's when I really got the hooks in me, and I started wanting to do all that. And so my first wave of that started coming around in like June of 2017. So that's how I got into this weird subset of YouTube. Kev, how did you start with your desire to stream and such?
Well, so I the desire to stream didn't really come until like a couple years ago, really. Originally, like I just wanted to make YouTube videos too, because well, I guess originally way back in the day, like when I was like a kid, like the dream was just to play video games all day.
That's always the dream.
It's always the dream. I remember I would look through newspaper ads looking for like video game playtesters wanted. Back when that used to be a thing.
That was definitely I feel like it's still a thing, but there's so many people who want to do it now that people don't even put advertisements out.
With beta testing and things, I don't think it's even a paid thing anymore.
I think it's just they have their own in-house people now, I think.
Probably.
Yeah, plus beta testing.
Mm-hmm. Plus developers are probably doing it all day too.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of how it started, where like, that was the dream, just to be able to play video games all day and get paid for it. So, and then we went to college, because back in high school, Tobuscus was just becoming a thing. I remember seeing one of his like parody trailers like my junior or senior year. I thought it was hilarious. I didn't really know about Let's Plays or video game recordings and stuff like that. I remember watching Red vs. Blue when I was really little with my neighbor, but like it never occurred to me that like people would just watch you play video games online. But like even then, like as a kid, like whenever I go to my neighbor's house, we played single player games, like she'd kind of just be like, "Oh, I'm cool just watching." Okay. But then college came around and we just kind of decided we could do this. Like we have personality. So we tried doing the VGR thing with Video Game Royals, and then we tried it again. We became Cherry Street Gaming for a little while. But CSG just doesn't work as a 3-letter clan tag or whatever, because that's Counter-Strike Go.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, so couldn't do that. And then it was late into college that I started watching streamers. I started with Dizzy Disaster, who's rated us a couple times, and I've talked about him extensively, but he was pretty much the first streamer I started watching, and it was 90% because he was giving away Don't Starve Together early access keys. So I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll watch him, and I started getting tips and like advice and stuff, and I was kind of like, okay, I'll keep watching this. And it wasn't until I graduated, started working full-time, that me and a buddy at work were kind of talking, and he was kind of like, why don't you just do it? I was kind of like, okay. So I kind of decided,
just do it?
Yeah, just do it. What's scratching over there? Oh, it's Danny. So it's one of those things where I just kind of decided that when I was gonna play games on my computer, I would just stream. So that's what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, cool. Yeah, it's just so that's how we got here.
That's where we are.
That's so I wish I had planned for what was going to happen. We're really just flying off the cuff trying to figure out what exactly this podcast is going to be. I imagine it's going to be like half topic based, like half just fucking around and stuff.
Yeah, do we want to get in any details or anything, or do you just want to stick with introductions for today?
I guess we could just start with I don't have anything else aside from like what we're gonna maybe do, like a just brief mention of topics. Like I have topic, just a wide array of shit, really. Like it's like some topics I'm like monetization or like content restrictions or turning it off. That's definitely gonna be a fun one to talk about. But another one is just like, let's just talk about My Hero for a bit, because we've been trying to do that for fucking ever.
I can't talk too much though, because I'm so far ahead of you.
Well, that's the thing. It's like when we get to that specific one, I'm going to have to catch up, just so we can do it.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
Some other 3-letter acronyms.
I guess we could just fuck around and talk about what we just did for the past 3 hours.
Oh, we were playing Halo Lasso, and
yeah,
this was our 4th attempt at the 3rd level of Halo 1.
Somehow the first 2 levels were surprisingly, well, the 2nd level was surprisingly easy. The first level was the first level, I had some very big rage moments in it.
Yeah, the first level, there were definitely some moments where it was difficult. The 2nd level just felt kind of like a breeze. I think it was mostly because it was so spread out and stuff. And like, you really just take your time entering an area. Whereas, as you can see now in this new level we just did, There's a new part where we're stuck in this little, like, small room. Essentially, we have nowhere to go, so we're just kind of sitting there waiting to be shot at.
Yeah, it's just, it's draining.
Yes.
It became so draining at the end.
Well, something
like,
I kind of... Oh, go ahead.
No, it was just because it was like normally it's me who breaks in these videos, like in these lasso videos. Like eventually it'll just reach the point where I just lose my fucking mind. Today it was you who just it finally got to you at the end of it.
That was rough. But then we did something funny though, where we got into this room, and essentially, to paint the picture for you, it's this big like warehousey kind of looking box, and there's 4 doors. And so the enemies will just randomly come out of the doors, and it's randomized. So like you'll start the level and like they'll be coming out of different doors. We started with one door, and Mike just started calling it the far right door, but it was clearly like the far left door. But I just kind of rolled with it for some reason. I didn't correct him. But I knew what he was talking about. So we just kept going with it. And then eventually at one point, Mike's like, I keep calling this far right, but it's definitely far left. And then suddenly...
Well, I'm just going to keep calling it far right. Because then we had far right, and then there was far right actual, which was the actual far right door.
And then we had behind, which was the door right behind us, and then close right, which was the door close to our right. And then part of me was kind of like, though... I feel like I've got like big streamer ambitions because I was like thinking like, oh, this would be great merchandising. Like we could make a shirt out of this.
This would be great. That's like like we've had some really dumb memes in the past. This was like the first actual like, if we were like popular, we could monetize this.
Yeah, like we like we could have made a shirt with just like it's just like a grid with 4 squares and they're labeled each one, and just that'd be a funny shirt to sell. But like small media creator problems is that no one will buy it.
Yeah, but I guess that's part of what goes into it too, is like, especially with your side of things as a Twitch streamer, you kind of just have to come up with stuff on the fly that sounds good, and then you just gotta roll with it.
Yeah, and then I was gonna bring up that part of that though is kind of the downside though, because you saw at the beginning of this podcast that this is a brand new scene I made for this podcast. It's different than our VGRcast layout. Obviously, It looks different. But then so I didn't have all my settings set correctly, so I wasn't capturing the Discord audio for Mike. So that's why at the beginning I had to scramble to figure that out. So I can't undo that though. So it's just kind of there now. And now that I've mentioned it, you have to keep it in. So I kind of screwed you there.
It's going to be a real fun thing to do in the edit, because it's just going to be like a black screen, because we have it on our Audacity audio. We have that audio, so it's just going to be a black screen of us.
Oh no! Actually, you can see your face. You're moving your mouth, but no words are coming out on my side.
Oh yeah. So it's gonna. That's good. That's gonna be a joke that no one will get until 20 minutes into this podcast.
Huh. So if you made it this far, go ahead and comment something in the comment section about Silent Mike.
Silent Mike?
Or Silent Ember, or whatever.
Silent Mike, Holy Mike? What?
Silent Mike, Holy Mike. That song can't be copywritten, I don't think.
It's public domain.
Good. You must trip there, kitty. Yeah, so that's kind of like some of the topics we're going to cover. We're also going to talk about copyright, stuff like that, fair use. Hopefully maybe have a guest if this kicks off into something serious.
Yeah, I would definitely like to have some guests on at some point, because, like, at this point, both of us know a ton of other content creators, I think. So, just from our... Yeah. Because, I mean, you have all your Twitch people, because, like, you're kind of in with... How many, like, Dizzy's people do you know, really?
Only a handful, and I don't know if they actually stream or anything. A couple of them do, I know. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually in, like, their like, streaming group.
Yeah.
The Gecko Swarm.
Gecko Swarm. That's what it was called, yeah.
Yes, the Gecko Swarm. So, yeah, I mean, I could talk to him about stuff like that, and you could talk to your anime peeps about stuff.
Yeah, I know so many fucking anime people at this point. Like, and that's it's gonna be that's the thing too, where it's just like all the people I know are starting fucking podcasts now too, so it's just gonna be like swapping spit with everyone. You spit on my podcast, I'll spit on your podcast. Let's go.
You're gonna have to guest star on so many podcasts.
God, yeah. I mean, yeah, I've already. What other ones I've already been on the R Anime podcast a couple times.
Mm-hmm. You did Anime Jeopardy. I
did Anime Jeopardy. Oh, my second round of that is next weekend.
Yeah, plug that shit.
Yeah, and Anime Twitch Jeopardy. The first episode of the winners bracket just aired today. I'm gonna have to watch the VOD because it was over the time when we were doing the lasso. So I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that.
So your competition might be.
Yeah, might be. Although this, yeah. So I forgot what time it's at on. You can just go to like Twitch Jeopardy, Anime Twitch Jeopardy on like Twitter or on Twitch and find the times for it. But next Saturday, the 20th, is when I'm going to be on that.
Do you know what time it is? Is it like during the day?
It's like during the afternoon, I think. Like
I might be able to watch it, but I might not be able to watch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're going to a magic bar next Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in downtown Chicago. It's a magician's bar. So that should be fun.
I'm struggling to come up with a way to make fun of that because there's so many choices.
Watch me make the shot disappear.
I was gonna do it much more demeaningly, like watch my future disappear because I work at this fucking bar.
Oh no. I mean, from what I'm told by people who actually went, it's pretty cool. So
okay.
Well, I'll see. I'll be the judge of that.
We shall see.
Yes, we shall see. Any other topics you'd like to cover in this first episode?
Not so much, I guess. As for like the schedule, I doubt this will be weekly. I highly doubt that this will be weekly because, again, both of us being content creators, it's hard to find time to just have a set time where we do stuff, especially because you do so much on a schedule too. So
yeah, I mean, if anything, Monday nights after I play Gloomhaven, like Gloomhaven ends usually pretty quickly, but then I'm usually watching stuff for Media Club Monday nights. So
yeah, and that's when I actually like hang out with people in real life, i.e. my family. So it's like,
ew, gross.
Yeah, gross. I know.
IRL people. Well, yeah, we'll do this one whenever we can, and kind of give heads up online when we're planning on doing it. So if you're interested in watching it live, you can always tune in.
Yeah, and if you can't watch it live, obviously it'll be up on the VOD for Twitch or Kevin's Twitch channel. But we're also gonna be like uploading it to other places. I'm gonna handle that on my own. I'll upload it to YouTube. Do you care which channel it's on? Like, do you care if it's on VGRKev or on Ember Unplugged? Do you care?
Just put it on whatever channel you want. I'm gonna let you do that. I mean, my VGRKev YouTube channel is literally just for like archiving streams. So this will pop up on there.
If you're gonna archive it, it's gonna be on there anyway, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So put it on whatever channel you want to put it on.
Yeah. So if you want to see the not live version of this, it'll be up on my side channel, Ember Unplugged. And I'm also gonna try and get some audio only versions working for Spotify, maybe Apple Podcast. We'll see how that goes. Because I'm pretty sure it's free. I'm pretty sure it's free to upload to Spotify.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure anyone can pretty much upload audio and have like a podcast. So yeah, that'd be cool. Be able to listen to my soothed, silky voice.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
You can just listen to my awful gravelly voice that just sounds like I want to die.
Far right. Far right actual.
It was close. We played that part of the level for over an hour. Just that single fucking room for an hour.
It was the first time we tried that room though, so.
Yeah, and then like eventually like it got so depressing, like it just got condensed down to like single syllables. I'd be like, blind, right, close. Actual. It was, oh my god. So
I I still like Lasso though. Lasso's a fun challenge.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It got especially fun when we just started getting silly with it.
Mm-hmm. just like up, bind didn't open up, whack.
It's like, oh, die. I just missed the entire magazine of my fucking assault rifle.
Grenade.
Fuck grenade. Where? Oh,
you dropped that.
You dropped that. So yeah,
awesome.
I guess go back and watch that stream too if you have time.
Yes, it's 3 hours long, but it's pretty funny. It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, watch the point where we realized that I was doing something entirely wrong for the past 3 playthroughs that could have gotten us to that room a lot quicker.
Yes, I'm pretty sure we discovered that too last time, but
yeah,
maybe not.
We sure did. I need my brain to stop being overheated.
To reset. Brain reset.
Power down.
Okay. Well,
yeah, you got anything else to add? Or?
Not really. I think we covered everything for the intro episode, so I think we should be good there.
Yeah. I also have no idea how long each of these is going to be. This one's it's a pretty short one, not only about 20-something minutes or so. But
yeah, looks like we're right around 26 and a half right now, but
yeah,
probably 26.
We'll develop our own natural rhythm eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I guess I just realized we didn't actually mention how we know each other.
Oh.
That probably would have been a great thing to lead with. We're so fried from the fucking Halo that we forgot the most important part of the fucking show.
Well, I know you from college.
Yeah, we met in college back in like 2012, so it's been like over 9 years since we first met each other.
God. 9
yeah,
years.
We both lived in the same dorm. I was on a different floor, but we were both in marching band together, and so we started hanging out.
That's not why we started hanging out.
No, yeah, that's not why we started. Do you want to talk about why we started hanging out?
I won't name drop, but we started hanging out because we were chasing after the same girl.
Yeah.
And then she kind of got phased out of our group, and Mike was just kind of like, I like you guys. I'll stay here.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And basically just ended up like I would just, instead of like going back to my own room, I would just sleep in your guys' room.
Our room was kind of like the what is it, like the home away or whatever it's called, the stay away or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like
everyone ended up sleeping on our floor.
Yeah, like even the second year that we knew each other, I had to live off campus. I would still end up sleeping on your fucking in that chair that I eventually broke, and Chris got really mad about.
and then junior year we moved in together, and then senior year we moved in together. So
yeah,
that was fun.
That should have been at the start of the podcast. Jesus Christ! Again, we'll figure out our natural rhythm for stuff as we go along.
It'll work itself out. It'll
work out. It'll all work out.
Awesome. Well, Thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode. I know it's kind of short, but that's kind of all we have to say. So thank you guys for hanging out. And if you're interested, go ahead and follow Ember over at Ember Reviews on YouTube, and go ahead and follow me on Twitch right here at twitch.tv/VGRKev. And we will see you guys in episode 2. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.